Welcome everyone to Intro to Google Drive and Docs. For the purpose of this, I will also be sharing my screen, and I do ask that you remain on mute. If you do have a question, please feel free to take yourself off mute to ask it, or you can type it into the chat. As well, please don't forget to sign in. This lets us know who's here, helps us, tool this session for future sessions, and also it might even give you PD credit through your DOE. My colleague.
Can I chime in really quick?
Yes.
Just a note to everyone: you will receive 1 hour of CTLE credit for completing this PD, but you need to sign in using that the form that we've been pasting in the chat. If you don't sign in using that form, you will not get the credit.
Perfect. Yep. And Tom, he will be linking that in the chat right now, or very shortly. So thank you again. So like I said, I will be sharing my screen with you. If you have any questions, please take yourself off mute or ask in the chat. All right, so without further ado, let's get rolling. So bare basics of what is Google Drive and Docs. And I'll start with Drive. So as you're learning now, remote learning can occur synchronously or asynchronous. I can't even pronounce it. English is my second language here. Asynchronous. So synchronous is when digital learning is when teachers and students are online at the same time, meaning you've set up a Google Meet, or maybe you've been on Zoom, or any Microsoft meeting product, same time, same place, just an online classroom. Asynchronous means that digital learning is when you and the students are working on a task at different times. So what makes Google Drive and Google Docs so important is that anyone can work on it at the same time or at different times, and you're all working on the same sheet or a copy of the same sheet. And you can all pretty much access the same documents at any time. So this is great for both synchronous and asynchronous learning. So for right now, I'm going to open up a tab right here. Actually, I'm going to open up a new incognito window. Let me know if you can't see it. Please type it into the chat or take yourself off mute and let me know. So the reason I've gone incognito is so you can see where it starts from the beginning. So I'm going to get started with Google Drive. First of all, how do you get there? Well, you can always Google it, Google Drive, and it'll link you to it right there. Or you can get to your Gmail, which most of you have a DOE account, and that's linked to Gmail itself. So for me, I'm just going to sign into mine. So. By the way, my name is Ivan Vasquez, and I'm with Mouse. Mouse is a national nonprofit, and we bring STEM and CS resources to students nationwide. If you have any questions about that, I can answer more of that at the end of it if you want to touch into that. But welcome to this. And so we are experiencing online and remote learning. It's our bread and butter. Right now, I just signed into my Gmail. Great. So this is what it looks like. Now, how do I get to Google Drive? So if you're just joining us, you can look up Google Drive by either just Googling it, just Google Drive, and boom, it's right there. Or on your Gmail account, you can just click the little waffle. This is what these 9 little dots are called. This is the waffle. And then you just scroll down. And then you have Classroom, you have Google Hangouts, you have all this fun stuff. You have Google Docs. And boom, right there's Google Drive. So once again, I just click my waffle, and boom, Google Drive. So now we're here. What is this? So this is the one that I have with my company called Mouse. Sorry, it's not mine. I work for them. But we're a national nonprofit, and we share documents all over. So Mouse is headquartered in New York, but a lot of us, not a lot, but a few of us are located in Texas, California, or maybe we're traveling, for work or just on the road or for vacation, and we can log in and work on the same thing at any time. So one of the things you'll notice is everything is right here. It's things that I've just accessed recently, any folders that we all have access to, or anything I've used in the past or created with my Drive. Also, please, I'd like to remind you, put yourself on mute. If you do have any background audio, it will bleed through the presentation. But if you have a question, feel free to take yourself off mute or type it into the chat. So to get started here, I could just click a new link, or just new, and I can upload whatever I want. So I can either upload a file or a folder, or I can create a folder. So let me create one. This new folder, I'm just going to call it Monday afternoon. And it's working. It's giving you a little time to think and create it. Bear with me here. Wow, I guess my Google Drive hasn't had its morning coffee. But anyways, while it's working on that, you can also click the new button to add anything you have on your computer. Oh, there it is. Monday afternoon. I just created my little folder right there. And I can drag and drop any file in there. Or I can upload by clicking the new button right there. Or maybe I don't want to upload anything in this folder. I can just go back to my main page. And I can just click new. And I can click File Upload. So right now, this is the document. This is the download folder on my laptop. This is all stuff I've downloaded the past month or so, or the past year actually. Here are any documents I have. Here's what's on my desktop, and any other info on my MacBook. And I can just click and upload it. Or let's say you have a lot of folders or a lot of files in a single folder. You just want to upload that in one go. Once again, just click New and just click Folder Upload. Great. So right now, why this doesn't highlight anything is because it's only looking for folders on my laptop. So I don't have any folders in my download documents here. But what about on my desktop? Boom. Yeah, I have one folder right there. Just some pictures of home damage that I had earlier this year with a guest. Airbnb, it's always fun. Documents. So anything I've done on Zoom is right there. That's a whole folder. And I can upload it if I'd like or not. So right now, let me take a quick little time. So for this next minute, go ahead and log into your Google Drive. And if you have any questions, please take yourself off mute or type it into the chat. But once again, just showing you how I showed you, let's take this next minute and go ahead and log on to your personal Google Drive. And time starts now. So 1 minute. And I'll check the chat here for any questions. And once again, you can either, and I'll show you again. You can either Google Drive, so Google Drive. You just click it right there. It should take you to this page, or if you've never touched it before, you might have to get a few more steps to get in there. So right now I'm back in my Google Drive. Or if you're inside of your Gmail, if you click the waffle, you will see the Drive button as one of the first choices. All right, so that's time. Okay, so right now for this next minute, and I'll start time again, just upload anything. Doesn't matter what it is, just create a folder and upload something onto it. So right now I'm inside of my Google Drive, and let me know if y'all can't see. So you can create a new folder by clicking the plus sign up here, the new button. You can click on this called folder. So, and just title it whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Just have fun with it, or actually use it for work if you need the time as well. So this is the one I just created. And it can be a picture, it can be a document that you upload in here. So for me, I'm going to put in my picture of Vanilla Ice. Because why not? All right, so that's time. And once again, if anyone has any questions about anything going on, please take yourself off mute and ask, or you can type it into the chat. Okay, great. So you just saw me upload a picture into my folder. Now, let's take a look inside that picture. So there you go, Vanilla Ice, great hair. You can always leave a comment for a fellow colleague or anybody. You can print it out if you just click in it, or you can download it, or more actions. So right now I just clicked on it on this little 3 dots right here. So I can share it with a colleague. I can move it to another folder. If I click add star, this just means it'll pop up on my front page here of my drive, but I'm not going to do that. Or I can rename it or any other details. So right now I'm going to just share it with a colleague. So this is me. And don't worry too much if you don't know the exact email address of a colleague or anyone. If you've ever emailed them from your DOE account or from a Gmail account, Gmail or Google will save it, and they might even suggest it for you. So let me see. Here we go. Tom. Good guessing. There we go. Awesome. And I have the option to notify them if I share anything with them. So I'm going to take that off, or I'm going to put it on. And I can give him editor status. I can either make him a viewer, meaning he can only see the picture, but he can't leave any comments or anything. Or he can't edit it. He can, or I can make him a commenter, meaning he can view it and he can leave a comment, but he cannot edit the picture. Or I can make him an editor, meaning he's an editor. He can change anything to it, add comments, view it, share it, all that fun stuff. And I can even also leave a message. Hi, Tom. It's Ivan. And it is sent. Great. So I've added them to this document, and I've also given them edit access to this picture and to this folder itself. Great. So for now, for this next minute, go ahead and whatever document you upload, upload a document and try to see if you can share it with a colleague. So the time starts now. And I do have a comment from Shannon. So in the past, I have a few different Google accounts, so sometimes I upload or create an event on the wrong drive. That happens if you have multiple ones. And Tom had a great suggestion. The way he likes to manage it is that he uses one browser for his work account, meaning Google Chrome, and another for his personal Safari. I do the exact same thing too. Not perfect, but it gets the job done. I personally love Google Chrome for work. It's super easy. I also use it, personally as well. But Safari is a great one just for tooling around during the day. Not really doing anything that much important. All right. You can also set different pictures for your account. That way, so right here, this is my mouse account. So it perfect. Just tells me I'm working for mouse. And here's my little, LinkedIn picture. If you have a personal Gmail account, you can make something a little bit goofy, or you can change the background to it. So that's another way that you can differentiate. All right, so that is time right there. Hopefully you had a chance to upload something and share it with a colleague. All right, so right now I'm back on my drive. And right now, let's go ahead and get moving on to Google Docs. Oh, and once again, so right now I'm back on my drive. Right here, you have a little bit menu. You can see what's been shared with you. You can see anything you've worked on recently. You can see what you've starred. So I haven't starred anything.
Hey, Ivan, we're looking at your face, not your screen.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you. All right, let me take it back here from the top. So, and once again, let me know if you can't see anything. So right now I'm back in the front page of my drive. Right now I'm just in the front page of it. You can see what's been shared with you. You can see what you've worked on recently. These are all friend vanilla ice. You can see what you've starred. So I don't start anything. And you can even take a look at your trash bin. And you can even dump anything in here into your trash bin. Good old stuff. And down here, you'll see how much storage you have left. So I have tons of storage. Great. Mostly because, I'm just not doing anything too like data intensive here. Meaning there's not that many videos or movies I'm working on. Great. So now let's go ahead and move on to docs. So how to get to docs. Once again, just like my drive, you can either Google it. So Google Docs. You can just click right there or here. It doesn't matter. So it gives you several options. So blank, essay, report. So they have a few templates. Or you can go back into your Gmail. So let me go into Gmail. And you can click your little waffle again. Remember that these 9 little dots. And you can click Docs right there. And boom, once again, it brings me back to this little menu. So I can either choose blank, essay, report, any of these little templates. And I can also see anything I've worked on in the past as well here at the bottom. Right, so you have those 2 options. So either Google it to get there, or you can just go in through there through your Gmail by clicking the little waffle. Whatever is easier for you. Great, so now what is a Google Doc? So by now, at some point, you've had to do something on Microsoft Word. Think of it almost as the exact same thing. The only difference is that now it lives on the internet, and anyone that you give access to can share it. So right now, I just click the blank document. Like I said earlier, it looks pretty much almost like a Microsoft Word doc. So right now, this is an untitled document, and the first thing I always do is name it. So this is Monday afternoon doc. And I just click. And I just click anywhere and it saves it. And I can also click this little star to star it if this is something important and I just want it to pop in the front of my Google Drive. So I did that. And a cool thing about it is, so let's click File, and you don't see a Save button. That's weird, right? Remember in Microsoft Word, you'd see like File, Save, you always have to do it. Well, Google Doc does it automatically. So here, and you'll see it here, I'll show you real quick. So, hi, this is my intro sentence. And look at that, it's just saving automatically. All changes saved in your drive. So I don't need to do anything. But how do you organize it? We click this little folder here to click Move. Or you can also find it around here at the bottom. Whoops, sorry. File, Move. Or add a shortcut to Drive. Whatever helps you. But I always like to organize my stuff first. That way, in case my computer crashes, I boot it up and I know where to find it once I log back into my Google Drive. So I'm going to move it to my drive. And look at that. I'm inside of my drive now. This little window shows me everything. So this is the mouse drive for my work, everything shared with my team. Here's another for a classroom. And here's a folder I just created about 10 minutes ago, Monday afternoon. It's going in there. And I'm just moving that document into there. Great. So I've already done it automatically. I don't have to hit File, Save. Sorry, I heard something in my chat. Let me check. Okay, sorry. I'll get to that later, Laura. Sorry. Just bear with me here. So once again, I'm back in my drive, in my Google Doc. And the great thing about this is you can pretty much customize it however you want. So once again, it's just like Microsoft Word. So right now, I just type this random thing in. You know, I can bold it. I can put in italics, change the color of the text, whatever you like, whatever helps you out. And the cool thing about this, like I said, this lives online. So you don't need to do a file printout all the time. Or let's say, most importantly, your students only have one computer at home and they cannot access, they can't meet you for your class time because mom or dad need the computer for work at that hour. So this is a living doc, meaning you can see them type in on this on real time, like, hi, I'm Junior. And it is noon. You can come back to it any time. You can check on it anytime. And then you can also leave comments. So just click this little chat box. You can add a comment. You say, oh, and a cool little thing. So how do you know how to leave a comment? So you just have to do the little @ sign. And Google Drive and Docs, they will pull up everyone you've talked to recently. Or let's say you already know who it is. So earlier, I emailed my colleague, Tom. So let me see, Tom, hopefully, there we go. You leave your little comment there. Hi, Tom. Sorry, I didn't have you for class earlier. Please edit your comment here, or whatever comment you want to leave. So, and I just assign it to him, and then I just click assign. And this way, he's going to get a little email notification. So Google is going to ask me another thing here. So it's going to ask me, do you want to give him access to the file? So he can comment, but I'm going to say he can edit. Or you can turn link sharing on. So anyone at your organization with the link can comment. Choice is yours. I'm just going to leave it with him, but I'm going to leave my link sharing on. Then just comment. Sorry ahead of time, Tom, for flooding your inbox here with a bunch of silly nonsense. But anyways, so you can leave those comments. And if they have a link to it, they can log in at any point. So how do they do that? So you can share access with this big blue button here at the top. And you can add your students one at a time, or you can just give them a copy link if you plan on emailing them. So copy link, or, poor Tom, I'm going to use them again. Boom, right there. And once again, I can leave him as a viewer, meaning he can only view it. Or he can comment, meaning he can leave comments, but he cannot edit the document. Or he can be an editor, meaning he can edit the entire document itself, change anything. Once again, the choice is yours. My personal recommendation for you as a teacher, if you hand anything out to a student, is you send it to them as a viewer. Hi, please read the instructions and complete the assignment. And then I would send it to him. So this would be in Tom, who, in this here scenario is my student. So he would receive that in his inbox, but he can't edit it because it's the master document, right? So he can only see it. Well, when he opens it, so, let's pretend that, this is his Google Drive. He opens a document. He can always file, make a copy. And it's a copy of Monday Afternoon Doc. And boom, he has his own copy that he can edit. And it will in no way affect the copy that you sent him or to the rest of the students or that you have. So now he has his own copy that he can, make his own edits, comments, what have you, complete the assignment. This is my intro sentence. Hi, this is my answer. Thank you for the assignment. I don't think I've ever been thanked for a student, but we're role playing here. So, and then once he's ready to complete it, he can just share access with you, the teacher, and submit it. And that's it. Easy peasy like that. So right now, I'm going to take these next 2 minutes. So I'll start time right now. And go ahead and in your Google Drive, open up a new Google Doc. Which, by the way, inside your Google Drive, you can also create a Google Doc from in here. just Google Doc right there. Just click on the new button, Google Doc. Blank document or from a template, up to you. All right, so time is starting now, and let me know if you have any questions. And Heather, sure thing. I can show you how I left a comment. No worries. So keep doing what you're doing. You can only check my screen if you want to see how I left a comment earlier. So right now I'm in the copy of the doc. For the sake of this, let's say this is the copy that the student created. But it works the same way for you, the teacher. So you can leave a comment right there by clicking this little chat box. It looks like a little text emoji, like you're texting. And you can just click comment. And boom, comment shows right there. Now, how you want to tag somebody so they see it immediately is you just do the @ sign, and then Google will know automatically, how to look for somebody you've talked to in the past. But if you don't exactly have their email address, if they're inside your Google Drive, they're working the assignment, you've probably emailed them at some point, and Google will find them. So these are all the people that I have access to, I've talked to recently. And then I just say, so I'm leaving myself a comment. And by the way, you can leave yourself a comment, you totally can. So right now I just type in the email, and then right after that, I just hit the space bar, and I'm leaving myself a note for the future. Please review this answer later. And then I just assign it to myself, so Google will know it's a priority for me. Or you can just hit comment itself. Choice is yours. And this will show up in my email. So what does that look like? Give it a little bit to adjust. Alrighty, so it's being a little slow. Let's try it again. So I'm deleting this comment once again. I can share it, or I can just leave a comment. Just comment, little @ sign, leave it to myself, send it to me, and boom, there we go. Oh, well. Well, anyway, sorry, it's acting up, but you would usually see a sign right here, a little email message saying that you got assigned a note. But that's simple. Okay, let me check the text. All right, so that is time, 2 minutes here. Okay, so do I have any questions right now? Anything y'all want me to go to? Okay, so I showed you Google collaborating and just sharing anything. Let me see. Another cool thing, let me go back into my share screen. And right now I'll just touch on a few little tips and tricks on how to make your document a little snazzy. Alrighty. So this is my afternoon doc, once again. Get rid of these tabs. Oh, it's so messy. Great. So I can also input pictures. So you can always create something new and link it, make a copy. You can download anything inside of there. So you can also, once again, like Microsoft Word, edit anything in here. So don't worry if you make a mistake. This is me making a mistake. So edit, I can undo it. And it just undid my little period. And I just undid everything right there. Or I can redo it. I'm like, oh, I don't want all those words. Boom, right there. Also, If you have a MacBook, like which I do right now, you'll see the little shortcuts right there. That little, Command Z, Command Y, for every little thing that does have a shortcut. Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. Interesting. And let me touch on that in a little bit. Sorry, Laura. Hopefully I'm not messing up here. But like I said, so right now don't forget, you can always star it to make it appear prominent in your Google Drive. So here it is, my Monday afternoon doc, and this is the front page of my Google Drive. Or if I click starred, what will show up there? It's that doc right there. Oh, I have another document. Oh no, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up in my email either. I always get them in my email every day. Because once again, because of my work, we're all collaborative, we're all spread nationwide, so we're all working on this at the same time. And my inbox is usually flooded with comments. And you can always email it as an attachment, so it'll link it, so you can have the option to send yourself a copy. So right now, I'm sending it to myself. Here is today's document. And this is also a great way for you to send your assignment to a student as well. So just email it as an attachment, or you can put in multiple people here. There's my boss, there's Tom again, well, there's another Tom. And then to get rid of them, just click the X's, so on and so forth. And you can always send it as a PD or as a text, open document, Microsoft Word, just open document. The choice is yours. You can also copy paste. It's just like Microsoft Word. And the fun stuff too, you can always insert an image. So you can upload it from your computer. There we go, image. You can search the web. So right now I'm searching Google itself. So let's say the Empire State Building. It already knows what I'm looking for. Right there. Then just click insert. And there it is. And I can keep going back to making comments. So let me see, insert another image. You can do it from your Google Drive, from your pictures on your laptop, or if you have a URL, a web address, or you can even log into your camera on your laptop. Or you can, let's say, upload from a computer. Boom. And there it is. Finally, it came up. Assigned to you and copy of Monday. So it showed up finally. Better late than never, right, Laura? And there's my Google Drive. So I'm inserting a picture. Oh, there's Vanilla Ice again. Click insert. Where are you at? There we go. And right there. And once again, if I want to get rid of the image, just click it. I can grab one of these little corners. I can stretch it. I can move it. It's all fun. Or I just want to get rid of it. Just click delete. Delete. Love the hair, but not that much. This is me making it. Also insert any tables, drawings that you might have made, or a chart. So right here is let's say a pie chart. Or any special characters, any headers, footers, or page numbers. And you can also insert, if you click insert, you can also leave a comment right there. And you can also format your text by clicking format. So text, if you don't have the shortcuts right there, paragraph styles, line spacing, so single space, double space, will be under format. Any bullets, numbering lists. So you have a numbered list, you have a bulleted list. Let's say you want to send out the syllabus, this would be perfect for that. Just click format and you'll see bullets and numbering. You can even have page numbers as well. You can have it on the header, at the footer, show on first page, apply. And you have also tools as well. So you always have spelling and grammar check. So this is me, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, you saw earlier a little bit like the little red lines. Which means, there we go. It means it detected like, hey, what is this word? What do you want to do with it? So you can always, did you mean that? I have no idea what that word is. That looks like something, Scandinavian writing. So, just make a suggestion. You can even have a word count. So I'm just going to highlight it. I'm going to click tools. What's my word count? So only one page, 9 words, 41 characters. You can also display your word count while typing. So this is me writing and testing word count. And you'll have it right here at the bottom. Just a little shortcut. This is perfect in college for me. And you can even do voice typing as well. I don't want to break my laptop, so I'm not going to click on that right now. But let's say your students might have trouble, or you might have trouble typing all day. Voice does help a lot in any document add-ons. And you can always have the help button right here in case you have any questions at all. So docs help, training, any updates. And if it's something big that you can always report to Google, you can report a problem or report copyright or abuse, which really shouldn't be too much here for you. But for most of you, docs help would be perfect. Or you can always Google the problem itself. Okay, so right now I'm going to stop my share and I'll take the next 10 minutes to take any questions. And I'll also check in the chat right now. So, okay. So, and if you have any questions, please ask. You can take yourself off mute, or you can ask by typing it into the chat itself. So I'll take a few minutes here, and if not, I'll just keep rolling on. But yeah. And it can be anything about Google Docs or Google Drive. It doesn't have to be about anything I just talked about within the last minute or two. Okay, nothing. So all right, I will get back to presenting. Okay, so now I'm back in my document. And actually, let me go back to Google Drive. So right now I'm back in my drive. And, once again, my drive here is a little bit of a mess for me. I'm a bit of a neat freak when it comes to organizing. But let's go back to the Monday afternoon folder. And this is the folder that I just created for today. So, I do have a question. Okay. So this is the folder I created for today. Once again, here's my picture of Vanilla Ice. Here is the afternoon doc that I created. And when I was role-playing as a student, this is the copy of the doc that I created. It only shows up because it's my document. If your student creates a copy of the document you send them, you will not be able to see it. It'll just live on there, inside their drive. And you will not be able to see inside their drive unless your school administrator gives you access to if they have a DOE email, which I highly doubt, but it's worth noting. But if they have their own copy, that lives inside their drive. But for anything that you have inside of your documents, you'll see it inside the folder that you put it in. And right here, you can always get a shareable link. So you can email this to your class. So right now, just give me this little message, link copy to the clipboard. That means whenever I'm ready to send an email or a note, I just have to hit file, paste, copy paste, and it'll paste it by itself. I can always also add my students one-on-one or as a group. So right there, it's just me. So if you've ever emailed anything to anyone using your GOE account, they'll show up here. So, just going through random letters, and Google thinks that's who I'm talking to. E, F, G, H. So Google's pretty smart. If you've emailed them from your DOE account, they'll show up right there. You can also preview anything. So this is what it will look like if you send it. You can also junk anything as well. So we're going to remove Vanilla Ice. Ice, ice, baby, goodbye. And I'm back here. Great. And I can even leave it as a list view if I had multiple things. Or as a grid view, where you have the big icon. Once again, the choice is yours. And inside of Google Drive, you also have short links to your calendar, anything you want to keep, or any tasks you left for yourself. And once again, you can always access your docs from the little waffle itself. All right, so back to my document. So the cool thing about this, once again, is if you've ever used Microsoft Word at some point, which I'm guessing 99.9% of you have at some point, if you're that 0.01%, don't worry about it. It's pretty intuitive, it's pretty easy, and there's tons of resources online to find out anything that you might want to use, and also just customize it however you want to. The cool thing is it has several blank templates as well. So Google Docs. And this is something that you have access to directly. So how I got there. You can either open it from Google Docs, or you can just go to the current document you have, and you can always click a new document from a template. So right now I'm just showing you a quick little template. Oh, no templates available. So it shows me no templates available because I'm inside of my mouse drive. But if I go to general, different story. So this is everything that Google has, seen in the past, and they've, given it to you. So report templates, essay templates, book report templates, class notes, lesson plans. So let's open up a lesson plan. And boom, you have one right there, just ready to go. That way you do not have to reinvent the wheel. So lesson plan, name of lesson, Monday, intro. Summary, your subjects, area of study, and you can tool this however you want. You can even delete something, add stuff. So F, G, oops, G, new topic, new topic. Everything is, if you think of something, Google's probably already had a copy of it or a template for it. So right now, once again, I'm going to open up a new template. So just go File, New Template. And then just go to the general category, and you'll see everything here. And there's a good chance your students are probably using these templates as well, just to help them out on their, let's say, book reports or anything that they might have to do. You also have resume templates here, a pet resume, project proposals, brochures, newsletters. Whenever you get a chance, take a look there for anything you might need or want to use for your class. Okay, so that about concludes my time. I will utilize these next 9 minutes to answer any questions you might have. And once again, you can ask them by taking yourself off mute and using audio, or you can type them into the chat. And I see I have a little activity in my chat, so let me see. Okay. Okay, how do you delete a document from the drive? Okay, so let me see. And is it possible to insert an image or something? That's fine. Can't customize. Okay, so yeah, let me share my presentation again. So right now I'm inside my Google Drive. So this is my drive. This is the folder I created just for today. I can always delete it by just clicking on it and then click in the garbage can. And now my folder is completely empty again. And that's it. That's pretty simple how you delete it. Oh, you're welcome. And as for the other one, so file is in trash, so I can take it out of trash as well. So because I've already had this open in another window, I can go to Doc's home screen, or I can leave it in the trash. So let me create a new document. So I'm inside my folder. I just click New. I just click Google Doc. And I'm just picking a blank document. And let me double check that message I had. What was it? Okay, yeah, I'll do that right now, Lisa. Bear with me. Heather, is it possible to make the image editable? Okay, so you want to know, I believe, sorry if it was Heather, how you can type on an image. Let's see if we can figure it out. So I'm going to upload edit or file. Oh, sorry, insert. And I'm going to click image, and I'm going to upload it from my computer. And once again, here's Vanilla Ice. Look at that glorious hair. You can edit it if you share it with somebody. So, Vanilla Ice. So I saved it. I'm going to share it with myself. Done. Oops. Sorry, let me show you when you're in there. So I'm the owner. Actually, let me pick on Tom again. And I made him an editor. So when I click editor, whenever he opens it, he can edit the picture however he sees fit. And that's it. Then I just hit send and he'll open it and he can play with it all he wants. Discard. All right. Now asked you how to write over it. Let me see. I haven't really had to write over a picture since college, I think. So I can insert a drawing. Fortunately, let me see if I can shift. Okay, so I just right-clicked on it. Image options, alt text. Sorry, at this point, I wouldn't be comfortable giving any suggestions on how to write over an image. I would have to play with it a little bit more. I haven't had to do that in a while. But let me see. Text. Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to play with, editing an image on the Google Doc itself. I've played with Photoshop, but not with an image here online. So let me see. And that's just for creating a different drawing itself. Maybe I can insert a text box. But I don't see that. My apologies. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know how to exactly do that, Heather. Yeah, I think Google Slides might be a better option for doing that. And once you save it, you can insert it inside your document. That would probably be easier, actually. So you're right. You're welcome. Okay, Lisa, can you go over again how to upload a file from your saved documents? Yeah, easy peasy. So right now I'm inside of my drive again. So this is my drive. And I'm just picking on this Monday afternoon folder because, I just created it. Because most likely you're going to put something into a folder. So we can either drag and drop something if you have it on your desktop or in your documents or your downloads, or let's say you want to add something. You can always click the new button as well. And you can always click File Upload. So here's everything in my download folder inside of my laptop. Or I can click on my desktop folder. Here's everything on the desktop of my laptop as well. Or you just want to add it from somewhere else. Oops, sorry. For most of everything, you should either have it in your email or in your laptop itself, so you'll be able to do it like that. But you can also drag and drop. So, here is a movie I made. I just click drag drop right there. So that's just from my download folder. So once again, I just drag and dropped, or I can file upload itself. So here is a SAT PDF. It's easy as that. Okay. All right. Any other questions now in these last 3 minutes? Oh, thank you, Lisa. You're welcome. So once again, it's that easy, and this was just a bare basics intro. Please feel free to take a look in there. Just have fun. It's really, once you get the hang of it, it's intuitive. Right now, don't let it intimidate you. Google Drive was designed for everyone and anyone to go in, play with it, and just figure it out, and you're not going to break anything. Okay, I have another question from Lauren. When will this screen recorded video, whoop, just went away, be sent somewhere so that I can share it with a coworker? I'm not too sure. Tom, would you happen to know that whenever this recorded video will be uploaded to for DIT?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to type it into the chat. There is in the remote calendar, the place where you found this URL for this training, dit.nyc/remotecal. There's a few sheets in that that sheet. So like the first one is how to sign up for all these different PDs. But if you look at the different sheets tabbed at the bottom, videos get uploaded there. Just so you know that we send it to the DOE and then they put it up, and they're not super consistent with when they do that. Right.
So once this is done, I'm just going to hit stop recording, upload it to our Google Drive, and then we give it to them whenever they post it up. It's whenever they post it up, unfortunately. We just work with DIT, but they have all final say so whenever they do things on their schedule.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And, oh, you're welcome, Laura. Thank you. And thank you, Cynthia. So that's it. This concludes this period session of training. If you have any questions in this last minute, please stay through. In the meantime, you're dismissed, but stick around if you do have anything. Thank you.